back to another episode of The Basement. I'm your host, Wyatt. Well, we haven't mentioned China recently, which we used to mention all the time here on The Basement, and that's largely because all the news that's been coming out of China recently has been about how China's committing genocide, which is not funny. But apparently, a Chinese website that's full of pirated TV shows and movies has become a cultural touchstone for millennials. So, besides the genocide, China is doing a great job at bringing millennials together that share the common experience of not being able to afford Netflix. And the fashion community has taken a stand against the recent increase in Asian American hate crimes in the United States. And we actually have a clip of what they said here with us. Come on! You guys know better. Stop doing that. I mean, what continent do you think we outsource all our labor to anyways, and then severely underpay all the people that make all the clothes, but then we overprice it when we sell it to you guys? We weren't supposed to say that, but come on. Tisk. Stop doing that. And Kentucky is trying to pass a bill that would make it illegal to taunt police officers. So now when a cop is eating a donut and you so much as look in their general direction, you will be shot on sight. Related to police officers, a family called 911 but lost all hope after they received a please hold message. And I understand why they were given a please hold message. Police officers have much more important things to be doing than saving your family from being murdered. Like figuring out who created the stereotype that cops love donuts, and getting to the bottom of it and making sure the person is arrested and put to death. Our movie review for this week is Kung Fu Panda, which is about a panda that knows Kung Fu. Well, actually, he rather learns the Kung Fu after his father, who belongs in a mental hospital, gets really disappointed in him, and after a turtle, who also belongs in a mental hospital, becomes one with a peach tree, and after a sensei that strongly resembles a rat, I really don't know what animal he's supposed to be, finally stops refusing to train him just because he's fat. And his sensei's really mean about him being fat for no reason, for the entire movie. And everyone else that the panda trains with is also like that. They just beat the snot out of him for no reason. And they know he can't fight back, and they just do it anyways. And the turtle that I mentioned earlier also says the most random stuff that sounds wise, but it's really not. For example, he said, "There is no good news or bad news. There is just news." That's not true. If beloved host of The Basement, Wyatt suddenly dropped dead tomorrow, the entire world would go into a mourning period. That would not be good news. The entire plot of this movie is just basically one son didn't get enough attention as a child because he wasn't special enough. And now he's very upset about it. This movie also teaches you that if you really, really love food, you might be able to become a Kung Fu master in just one day. But my favorite part of this movie was when the rat sensei basically creates the first ever Weight Watchers completely on accident. This episode of The Basement was brought to you by COVID-19. Are you having a hard time processing what day of the week it is or how long ago certain events were? Well, you'll hate COVID-19. It's impossible to process time when you're in your house for the entire day. I mean, it's insane. I had my last normal day of school, basically the last normal day of life for everybody, 1 year ago today. That's insane. That day feels anywhere from 2 weeks to 6 months to 2 years ago. I have no idea what day of the week it is when I wake up anymore. And it's been like that for a year. A whole year. Everyone has had their birthday now in a pandemic. That's insane. So if you want to wake up in the morning and know what day of the week it is, don't get involved with COVID-19. Thanks for watching another episode of The Basement, and don't forget to let me know what movie you want me to review next. I'll see you next time.